came a little close, and that's why, I heard the thing. But also, just a few days earlier, the Concorde had taken a flight, because it had an accident and they were doing the flight. So I thought maybe it was a sonic boom that I heard. So it wasn't like, I couldn't really put the things together about what had happened.
Yes.
So when I asked the staff about it, but at that time, I was more concerned about what our evacuation plan is going to be, what we should be doing. So I immediately called the human resources and said, what should we do? So as a senior attorney, they said, well, what we'll do is, and we don't know what's going on, the whole city is being shut down, and so basically bring you and your staff to the lobby so we can figure out what to do. So we went down to the lobby, and by that time the firefighters had come over and were securing different places. So we made a decision that we have to sort of go back to our, wherever. I mean, we have to evacuate, and of course we knew that there were no buses running, no subways running, it was just chaotic. There were cars all over the place, everybody's blocking everybody. It was a panic environment, but again, it was a calm panic. Nobody was getting angry at each other. You saw things, you saw people, but nobody was really in a chaotic phase. It was very, calmly, people were doing their business, but at the same time, there was no honking of the horn to get people out of the way because everybody was sort of kind of stuck. So we decided to evacuate, and I said fine. So I went. The firefighters allowed me to go to my 8th floor, bring my laptop and bring my files, because I knew that it might be taking 2-3 days before they will allow us back in, or who knows how long. So I took my work with me. So on one hand, I had $1,000 worth of postage stamp, which was heavy to carry. Other hand, I had my laptop and a few files. And then I decided that let me just walk down and get a closer look at what's happening up there. And so as I was walking, I asked the police officers, what's the best way of getting to Grand Central to take my train, because I'm a commuter. And so they basically said just walk past the World Trade Center. Nobody was even blocking you from going towards the World Trade Center. I mean, one of the things that people were looking for, somebody had made a rumor that if somebody had parachuted out off the aircraft, and they were looking for somebody, who had
I never heard that before.
It was just it was people on the street.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about, planes being here, planes being there at the Pentagon, like 8 planes, 5 planes. I mean, there's so many, everybody was listening to the radio, but they were talking among themselves and just making up. So it was just very difficult to even figure out what was going on. And being an attorney, I need to know the facts. So unless somebody tells me specifically, that's why I went to the police officer, asking them for direction, for information, or what I should do, how should I go about, because I don't live in New York City. I live 100 miles north of New York City. I take the train back and forth. So it was just, so I had to ask questions. So as I was walking, again, that's a path I've gone for, for example, for lunch. I've gone to that place to have my lunch. The area around World Trade Center is a beautiful area where people can sit and have lunch and enjoy. So you feel comfortable with it. So even though they had a gaping hole up there, I could see. Like most of us would like to take a photograph. I walked past a pharmacy store or a drugstore. I didn't even bother to buy a camera, a disposable camera, so I can take pictures to show it to my family. It was just never occurred to me. I just just walked past. I saw people taking pictures, photographers with professional cameras, and I was like, fine, it didn't even occur to me. So as I was walking past, I came within a block or two, and then what happened was I saw a helicopter hovering around. So I was looking over, and what happened was that the top portion of the building kind of slid. And as soon as I think it slid, I became memorized, and I started looking at it. And as I was looking at it, it came down, and I was just like frozen. And then I saw this white giant debris or cloud come up. And as the cloud was coming up, I saw people running towards me, away from the thing. And as I saw the cloud coming, I realized that this was something that I had to get out of. So I immediately turned around and started running back. But then I saw people, some going straight down Church Street, which is the street that World Trade Center was on, others going in the